How did it feel after the papers were signed and the big number was in front of you? You and James and all the other investors must have done quite well in the process. I guess it's a combination of relief and happiness and sadness in some respects because this is your baby that you've grown for 10 years.
That's a really interesting question, and you have good insights on it because most people think it's just pop the champagne and off you go. I would describe several emotions that come with it. The first is obviously an incredible level of satisfaction and excitement and all of those kinds of things. And speaking about adrenaline before, there's nothing like the adrenaline of negotiating this agreement and then working with the team to get it to close, being unsure whether or not it's going to close or not, and keeping your own mind sane through the process that you'd been through this before and it didn't close into the last minute, but you're anxious all the way to signature. So that's one. The second was a really nuanced thing in that I felt a little bit inauthentic going into 2018 and 2019. I'd spent a lot of time internally in the company explaining and pitching the vision of what Wave could be. Probably the most stressful morning that I had in this journey was I was walking down. We have an office on Carlaw. I live just north of that. We had to call an all hands meeting at 8 in the morning. As you can imagine, we never had all hands meetings at 8 in the morning, but HRB was going to announce it before market opened. We needed to get everybody together. And I remember walking down and just feeling incredibly anxious about telling the team that I had decided to accept the offer and sell the company. And so that was a really tough moment. The team was incredible. They were super excited for everybody involved. The reception to that was just amazing, but I was very nervous going into that. And then I will detail that after it closed, so it closed at the end of June, I had a weekend scheduled with friends to celebrate. The morning that we were about to head off to that celebration, I was crying on my back deck and I couldn't understand why. And I think it really was a lot of what you described, which is I didn't really know what I was going to do next. I knew I needed to stick around for a period of time, which was going to be challenging unto itself. But mostly, so much of my identity was wrapped up in the company. And I was still in my mid 40s. And I was like, have I peaked? And what comes next? And all of those things. So it's a much more nuanced emotional roller coaster than I think you think about going into it.